When he looked and saw that I had the first license in the country, and he says, "You must have a lot of scars." You know, because the pioneers are the ones with the arrows in their back. And like I said, back in those days, where do I get the knowledge? I've been high tech for 38 years. I had to go to the people with the knowledge. In the early days, those people were on the dark side. My name is Tom Sterlacci, like Versace, Sterlacci, and I was granted the very first license in the city of Denver, the state of Colorado, and the US. It was inevitable. We believed in it. We pioneers believed in it, and that's one of the reasons I come to this show, is because I see a lot of the old timers, the original people. And Colorado pretty much led the whole movement towards legalization. Remember, when I started in this business, I could have been wearing handcuffs. Although I was compliant for the state of Colorado 100%, I was the poster child for the state of Colorado for compliance. Federally, it was and still is illegal. But when you walk around and see 35, 40,000 people with literally hundreds, if not 1,000 booths, I don't think I got to worry about the FBI anymore. My first brand was Dr. J's Edible Company. And we did muffins. Well, to be honest with you, not many people know this. My first brand was Dr. J's hash-infused lasagna. Being Italian, I could make Italian food, so that's how early it was. But between starting it and then getting my first license, I needed to build a kitchen, a commercial kitchen, in compliance. So in that 6 months, I found out that people wanted small and potent. So I came out with my hash handy line. So we used to use hash as our main ingredient for the medicine. And I had muffins, I had cookies, I had brownies, I had chocolates, I had caramels. The caramels were to die for. Really, they were really good. And then after that, I expanded into capsules, cannaceutical capsules, morning, evening, CBD, high CBD, and then also because I had the equipment to do extraction. No, I forgot to tell you that. It became obvious as this industry started to grow that the hash solution for putting medicine in product was not scalable. So that's when we moved to hash oil. And so I use CO2 as my extraction methodology, because I don't like putting in any kind of chemicals or toxic solvents. Basically, CO2 is the same stuff when you go to a bar and get a drink. They push the button, that's CO2 pushing that out. So it's very safe and very clean. Then after that, of course, because I had the machine, I was processing oil, and my oil was 100% pure, no cut, all natural. In fact, because it was so much thicker than what was available at the time with all of their cutting agents, that I needed to find a better solution. So I was one of the first, if not the first, importer of ceramic-based vape tanks, because the older technology was more for vaping nicotine, not cannabis. So now I look at this show with literally hundreds of people selling cartridges. They're all ceramic.
I have a feeling I'm going to hear the word compliant. How do you think these people understand what you've gone through versus maybe someone like me who's newer to it?
They don't. In fact, I met a guy for lunch about 2 hours ago, and when he looked and saw that I had the first license in the country, and he says, "You must have a lot of scars." You know, because the pioneers are the ones with the arrows in their back.
Have you been arrested before?
No, not arrested. No, never arrested. Like I said, I was the poster child for compliance in the state of Colorado.
Do you have a story behind one of these, turbulent times where maybe the feds were after?
I got a good one, but it's not about the feds.
Okay.
It's about employees.
Okay.
So I told you in the early days we used to use hash as a way to get our medicine into the products. My hashers were caught stealing from me. And the nerve was that I had a processing room for the hash to cure. They were taking pictures in my room, very recognizable, and selling the hash on the internet. So basically stealing. But the thing is that in those days, it wasn't mainstream like today. I mean, today, young people can get a decent career out of this industry. Kind of like .coms were 30 years ago, kind of like computers were 50 years ago. You hook your career up to a chain like that, and your train is going to pull you to a very good career. But in those days, where do you get the expertise? My background was in high tech. 25 years ago, I was doing speech recognition.
Okay, it's totally different.
Alexa this, okay Google that, Siri. So I like the cutting edge. That's always been the exciting part of being alive, is to go where no man has gone before, so that you don't have to read somebody else's experience of how it happened. You're the one making it happen. It's like the difference between watching football on the couch with a Budweiser in one hand and a hand full of chips in the other, or the guys on the field playing. Put me in, coach. I like that. I like going where no one has gone before, but you're also going in areas that are somewhat sketchy. And like I said, back in those days, where do I get the knowledge? I've been high tech for 38 years. I had to go to the people with the knowledge. In the early days, those people were on the dark side. They were the ones who have knowledge because they were doing it illegally for years. So it was a tough thing, and those people don't usually come with a lot of integrity and moral fiber. So